Hey guys, today we're going to be checking out the SpiderMan and Sinister 6 Mashems. They're super squishy, and I've got 6, so we're going to go through these. They're recommended for ages 4 and up. It's Series 2. On the side there's www.mashems.com. Not recommended for ages 0 to 3 onion-faced children. Let's reach off camera and grab Old Red, and we're going to go ahead and cut each one of these. I won't do it all at once, but I'll cut these one at a time as we open them up, which apparently is next to impossible to open. Is there a perforation? Is there? Even if there isn't, apparently I'm just going to cut it with a knife. Alright, so I'll just move these to the side. These are available in anywhere, like the Moon, grocery stores, igloos, line habitats at zoos. Actually, no, they're available in toy stores. Toys R Us had these. There's the canisters. A little paper inside. Doesn't really say anything. Just says Tech4Kids. Advertisements, Français, Anglais, all that. Fittingly enough, we got ourselves the wall crawler, SpiderMan. This is how a Mashem works. It's basically filled with this liquid. It kind of looks like Sprite. Don't drink it though. Don't give this to a dog. Don't give it to a cat. Don't give it to a small child that's going to put this in their mouth. But they are super squishy. Slightly deformed Spider-Man. He's got no body. He's got hands. He's got feet. Of course, he's got his head. But he's got basically no body. Except he does have a spider symbol on the back. So that's something. A little bit of paint in the black and white areas of his eyes. The rest of him, though, is just red. Oh, I guess that's not true. There's a little bit of blue on the back there. So there is Spider-Man. Actually, that's a good way to start. We have Spider-Man here. I might also add, too, these Mashems are, because they're slightly sticky, don't get them on the floor. Don't get them on a carpet. Again, don't get them near an animal. These things will just be covered in hair. Spider-Man Mashems. Alright, moving on to Mashem number 2. Oh, there is a perforation. There's a perforation right there. I just didn't see it because I wasn't paying attention. But there is a perforation. Not as much good as it's serving me right now, though. Take that wrap off. By the way, we didn't really look at these. We got like Lizard, we've got Goblin, Doc Ock, looks like a Venom, Rhino, Spider-Man. There may be more. But the next one we have is Dr. Octopus. I'm assuming that the glasses are slightly transparent, translucent, transparent, so you can see his eyeballs inside. And he's got his tentacle arms. Looks like they are coming out of his back, but again, he's got a very, very small back. Hands, feet, that's basically a Mashem. Again, kind of really on the sticky side, I have to admit. I could just do this for the whole video until it... I can't imagine it would burst, but I'd say that. I would totally jinx myself, and before I know it, just covered in Mashem stuff. But yeah, super squishy. We'll put him right there. So far, so good. No doubles. See, look what I've done now. Look what... I've said it. Now I've jinxed myself. Cut the plastic on the next one. There we go. And at least with the containers, when you're finished with them, you can put them back in there. And again, keep them sans le hair, sans le cat hair, or dog hair. Human hair, I guess if you have really long, gnarly hair. Next one we have is Venom. Looks a little strange, doesn't he? I guess normally you would tend to see Venom with a tongue. This one actually just has this big smile. He's kind of like old school Venom. Has a little symbol on the back too, so I appreciate that. Big giant feet. They kind of remind me of like little Mr. Potato Heads. If Mr. Potato Head was filled with liquid. Just going to again do this for the rest of this. No, I won't. I won't. I know you guys got places you got to go. Billy's off to birthday party in the next half hour. Mom's already saying, aren't you getting ready? No, I'm just watching a video, says Billy with his very adult voice. He's going to Ricky's birthday party. They're going bowling, followed by pizza. That sounds nice. At least that's what they've been promised by the parents. That may completely fall apart, but that's what they're going by. The next one we have is Ultimate Green Goblin. Not feeling Ultimate Green Goblin. Well, that's not true. He is in my hand. But I don't feel the design of Ultimate Green Goblin. I prefer masked Green Goblin myself. But he does look neat. He looks like a gargoyle. Little horns sticking out from his chin. His chinny chin. And of course his ears, goblin ears. Again, super squishy. If by not in 5 minutes time you don't believe me, they are super squishy. Alright, put him over there. We're doing pretty good actually. Despite my jinxing, we're coming up pretty good though. Sans le doubles. No clones. No spider clones here. It'd be funny and ironic if then I would have a SpiderMan in here. And I don't. How about that? Lady Luck is smiling down on me. She's like, there you go. You've had a rough day. No doubles for you. There's Rhino. The Rhino horn is rubber. Again, all this stuff is kind of a rubber. I wonder what material. I guess it is somewhat of a rubber. Or plastic. It's not really... Well, it's some material that obviously is artificially made. You can't just go out there, pluck it from the trees. Go up and just pluck a Mashem from the tree like an apple orchard. Lastly, the very last Mashem. Go ahead and cut that with the... I got a little piece of... What is that? Red, where have you been? It's like a little piece of green tape or something. I suppose I should be asking where she's been, but maybe whatever answer she would give is probably an answer I don't want to hear, so let's just never speak of it again. But I do question where you've been, old Red. My knife. My inanimate knife that apparently has life. Lastly, hey, how about that? Not a single double at all. Lady Luck. There is the lizard. I like how he's got the little spikes, little scale spikes sticking out the top of his head. This one does have a tongue, so he's meeting the tongue quota for collectibles. Venom didn't deliver, so lizard. Oh, lizard's got a little tail going there as well. So I like this one. I like this one. All right, so there are your Mashems, and we didn't get a single double. I would almost say my favorite is the SpiderMan, but I'm really digging the look of the Venom though. And again, you don't get very many non-tongued Venoms, so this one actually looks pretty cool. Today we were checking out Mashems. More importantly, this was SpiderMan. More importantly, I think it was SpiderMan and Sinister 6. Let's look at the wrapper. SpiderMan and the Sinister 6 Mashems. Super Squishy Series 2. That's what we were looking at. If you guys like this video, hit it certainly with a like. And if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to this channel, what are you waiting for? Someone to come along and just start plucking Mashems from trees like an apple orchard? That's never going to happen. And if it was to happen, that would be fruit you would not want to eat. It would be like those crab apples. Kids always have good intentions when they're grabbing crab apples, those little gross apples from trees. They're just walking amongst just a valley of trees. Hey, that's a crab apple. Pull it down. I've done it as a kid. Bite into it. No, doesn't work. No, that's gross. That's nature telling you to stay away. Some stuff just wasn't meant to be eaten. Crab apples being one of them. What were we talking about? Talking about Mashems. Today we're having a look once again at the SpiderMan and the Sinister 6 Mashems. As always, guys, thanks for watching as you always do. I'll see you next time.